I felt like the Spirit highlighted this to me today, to say on the podcast. And so there's probably somebody that is listening that I think when you hear this, you're going to be like, oh, he did that for me. So I will say this, man. So in this passage, you got Felix, and then you got Drusilla. Drusilla, again, Jewish great-granddaughter of the guy that tried to kill Jesus. Probably of the two of them, I'm going to guess, Felix was more open to the gospel than Drusilla. Because Drusilla, because of her religious and her family background, would have been going, dude, if this is true, my great-grandpa is in, this ain't good. All right, so I'll say this, man, and as a pastor, I've seen this. There's a family dynamic that I think may be at play in Acts 24 that gets played out, especially in men's lives. I do not see it happen as much from women to men. I see it from men to women. And here's what you'll have. You'll have a dude that was in a dark place in his life. He gets into an addiction, or he was just a bad guy. Then there's like almost like a savior figure girl that he starts dating, or they're married, and she sticks with him through a really dark time, or she's the one that helps pull him out of the pit, okay? Well, when that happens, because that's a reversal of the family order that should have taken place, he should have been leading. There's actually a weird guilt that settles in like hard concrete in the guy's heart. So then here's what will happen. If that girl is an unbelieving woman, what will happen, I see that happen very often. We have talked about a couple we were with recently, is she almost becomes like, honestly, like a demonic high priestess of the family. And where what the dude's doing internally is he's going, I need to get right with the Lord. But then he's going, but my wife is not a believer and she's against this stuff. For me to become a Christian would be to betray my wife, who maybe is of another religion or is of no religion or is opposed to religion. You'd be like, man, for me to become a Christian would be to betray my wife, and she's the one that pulled me out of the pit. And so there's this, it's almost like a demonic hidden inner vow where she's the high priestess of the family, and he can't do what he knows the Lord is asking him to do because he won't betray the woman that pulled him out of the pit. That may be a little bit of what's the relational dynamics that are at play in Acts 24. And I'll just say this, man, if somebody's listening and there's a call to an action of obedience, to take a step of obedience as a man or a woman, it's things like to share the gospel with somebody, to step into a calling that God's given you, to forgive somebody that you've been withholding forgiveness for years or decades, whatever the thing is. If when you think about that, the first thing that pops into your head is someone that's not Jesus, and you're starting to reverse engineer your decision from the emotional reaction of a person that's not Jesus, that person is functioning like it, whether they are believing or unbelieving. I'm talking about how they're functioning, how Satan's using them. Satan's using that person as like a satanic or demonic high priest or priestess in your life to keep you from following Jesus. So that's a little under the hood, but that is a very frequent reason that people, they hold off on doing what they know God's called them to do.